Welcome to the family yoga. I want you to find a comfortable seated position. Maybe find a pillow or something to sit a little bit higher so that your hips can be a little bit higher than your knees. Good. Bring your hands into your heart space. Take a nice deep breath into your heart. Inhale here. And exhale through your mouth. Release, relieve. Inhale big. Exhale out. One more breath. And exhale out. Good. You can keep your hands here into your heart space, or bring your hands into prayer, bow down. Notice how your body's feeling here. Notice how your shoulders are feeling, either hiking up, or you can relax them down. Close your eyes. Start listening to your body, listening to your breath as you inhale and exhale. Notice if there's any tightness in your hips or your knees, your shoulders, or if you're holding any stress, any tension. And try to, through your breath, release that tension. Drop it down. Notice that your control of your breathing, of your body, of how you're feeling here. You might not be able to control what's going out of your body, what's going on out there, but you can definitely control what's going inside and how you react to it. Bow down into your heart space. You can set an intention for this practice. An intention could be a personal goal of yours or something that you have in mind, something that you're connected to, maybe somebody that you care for. Keep it simple. And your next breath, bring your prayer, your hands all the way up. And hands sweep down to your side. Start opening your eyes. Good. Finding some lateral stretches. Bring your left arm up and over and stretch here. Gaze comes up to your left arm. Inhale back to center, switch. And keep switching your arms. Side to side, opening your ribs. Keep them open, nice and long. Stay with your breath. Keep reaching both sit bones down. Good. Now we're going to take some deep breaths with our eyes open. And I want you to think of your breath expanding to the front, to the back, and to the sides of your body. So feeling your whole rib cage, front and back and side, moving with your breath. So I want you to take a nice deep inhale in, taking a nice deep breath here. And feel your ribs opening up to the side and front and back. And as you exhale, feel them slowly rounding and coming down. Good. Inhale, open up. Feel your ribs opening. Exhale, closing them down. Good. Visualize your ribs open and getting big, big, big. Keep that space. And exhale, drop down. And you really feel, keep going, you really feel your ribs opening and getting higher a little bit, longer to the side. And then as you exhale, feel your rib cage, especially your lowest ribs, lowering down to the floor. Good. Last one. Nice. If you have a pillow or blankets underneath you, remove them. Very nice. Good. From here, you're going to come into downward facing dog. You're going to extend your legs one at a time. You can keep a little bend for this first downward facing dog. Pedal your feet one at a time. You can add a little roll with your upper body. Switching side to side. Good. And press back into downward facing dog. Give yourself one big breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Sink your hips back. Inhale, start coming into your plank. Always the option of dropping to your knees. Good. Exhale, bring your elbows close to the side. Come all the way down to the floor. Inhale, find your back nice and long. Your gaze is down. Good. And exhale, tuck your toes. Find your child's pose. And from child's pose, come back into downward facing dog. Good. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, find your plank. Drop into your knees. Exhale down. Inhale, find that extension, cobra. Exhale down. Inhale into your child's pose. And as you exhale, find your downward facing dog. So you can pick a little bit of the pace, find your breath here. Dropping down. Find your cobra, nice long back. Good. Tuck your toes. Child's pose. And downward facing dog. Good. Look at your hands, bend your knees, and walk yourself slowly to the front. Feet are parallel. Drop your head. Say yes and no with your head. Bend your knees a lot. And slowly, keeping your arms heavy to the sides, you're going to roll one bone at a time. Big bend in your knees. Belly button. Come one bone at a time up. Until you stand at the top of your mat. Okay, let's face the front of your mat. So the mat now is in front of you, or the floor if you have floor. Inhale, your arms nice and long. Exhale, sweep your arms all the way to the sides of your body and back to the floor, forward fold. Inhale, bring your hands into your shins, nice flat back. Ribs are in, belly button's up. Exhale, bend your knees a lot. Walk yourself again into the plank. You can hold the plank if that's a good version for you, or drop your knees. Good. All the way down to the floor. Find your cobra. And sink into child's pose. Good. Give yourself 3 big breaths here. Slowly come into your downward facing dog. Good. Inhale your left leg up. And as you exhale, sweep it to the front of your mat. If it doesn't go to the front, always use your hand. You can do that. It's allowed. Good. And come all the way up. Find your crescent pose. Inhale in. Exhale. Open your arms. Find your cactus arms. Bring your elbows behind. Closing your ribs a little bit. Gaze forward. Maybe you find a little back bend as you find that extension through your back, keeping your hips squared and aligned with each other. Inhale in. Exhale, hands come down into your left foot. Step your left foot back. Give yourself one big breath here. On your next breath, right leg comes up. As you exhale, round your back, step it forward. You might need help. Raise your hand. Good. Inhale in. Exhale, sweep up. Find your cactus. Good. Keep your hips squared. Open your arms. Expand your heart, expand your chest. One more breath. And hands come down to the floor. Good. Into downward facing dog. On your next breath, look at your hands, bend your knees. Walk yourself to the front of your mat. Good. Bring your hands to your waist with a nice flat back. Come up 1 inch at a time until you find your mountain pose, Tadasana. Good. Find both feet apart from each other. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, find Malasana, little squat. So come up to your squat, whatever feels comfortable for you. It might be higher or lower. Maybe you can come all the way down. And I want you to raise your arms all the way up. Palms together as you rise up, and then bring your hands all the way down. All the way up, and all the way down. Last time, all the way up, arms up, and exhale down. Bring your forearms down. Good. Shift side to side. Opening your hips. Feel how your body will transfer to your toes from your heels. Good. Keep pressing your knees away from each other. Good. Inhale in. Exhale. Find your forward fold. Nice and wide-legged stance. But now your feet are going to be parallel. Inhale in. Exhale. Bend your knees. Bring your hands to your waist and start traveling up. One bone at a time. Good. Very nice. Find the front of your mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, halfway up, hands to shins. Keep your back flat. Exhale, bend your knees. Walk yourself to your plank. Again, option to keep it here. I'll come down to your knees. Find your little push-up. Inhale, cobra. Maybe this cobra now is a little bit higher because you're a little bit more warm. Exhale. Find your child's pose. And then transfer yourself into downward facing dog. Good. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, bring your knee into your chest. And step forward. Inhale, rise up into your high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Now warrior two, sink here. Find your ribs aligned with your hips. Good. Nice 90-degree bend on that knee. And your back leg is nice and long. Good. Inhale in. Right palm comes up. Exhale, reverse. Good. Keep that nice front knee bend. And then maybe your gaze comes towards your right elbow. Inhale in. Exhale, find your warrior two. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale in. Exhale. Back to warrior two. Inhale, last time. And as you exhale, your hands are going to travel all the way down into your right foot. Good. And right foot stays there. Left foot steps forward. Inhale in. Exhale, bend your knees. Roll all the way up. One bone at a time. Chin to chest. Good. Come into the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive down. Find your mountain pose, other side. Inhale your arms up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale halfway up. Good. Exhale, walk yourself into plank. Bend your knees if that feels good for you. All the way down to the floor, elbows stay close to you. Find your higher cobra now. Maybe you get more of a back extension. And then bend your knees into child's pose and extend into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg travels up. Exhale, left knee comes into your chest, step forward. Inhale, ground through your feet. Exhale, find your high lunge. Inhale in. Exhale, warrior two. Good. Align your ribs with your hips. Nice bend of that front knee. Inhale in. Exhale, left palm comes up. Reverse your warrior. Keep reaching through those left fingertips. Big bend on the left knee. Inhale in. Exhale, warrior two. Good. And coming back up. And warrior two. Good. Last time. And travel your hands all the way down. Step and down. Good. Find your plank. And drop all the way down to the floor. Good. We're going to come to Salamasa. You're going to bring your hands to the sides of your body. Inhale in. You're going to exhale. Reach your arms and your legs away from the floor. Hip bones are pressing down, gazes down. Slowly release. 2 more times. Take a nice deep breath in. Good. Ground through your hip bones. Nice long neck. Exhale down. Good. Last time. Deep breath in. And exhale. Great. Big toes together. Knees apart. Find your child's pose as you sink your hips back. Give yourself 3 deep breaths. Focus on your breathing. Focus on how good it feels to move your body. Good. Last breath here. Good. From here, find your downward facing dog. Very nice. Look at your hands, bend your knees, walk yourself forward. Roll your head around. Make sure there's no tension in your neck. And breathe. Feel your upper body relaxed. Feel a steady breath. Notice your arms have no tension. Have no effort here. Bend your knees a lot. Take 1 more breath. And as you exhale again, roll up a bone at a time until you find your mountain pose. Great. Okay. From here, we're going to find a little balance called tree pose. So for a tree pose, you have a couple options with your legs and your feet. One of the options is to bring your heel into the top of your opposite ankle. The other option is bringing into your calf muscle, into the ball of your leg. And the last option is to hold it, manually place it into your inner thigh. So you can go ahead and choose the option that works best for you. Good. And when you're ready, bring your hands into prayer, or just extend them slightly to the side. So you want to think of grounding deep the roots of your tree through your legs, and reaching and branching out through your arms, your shoulders, your head, your neck. Feel your body balancing here and stay with your breath. Keep your inner thigh magnetizing with your foot. Good. Keep reaching your knee out and away. Inhale in. Exhale, release. Good. Switching sides. If you did one option with the first leg, try to do the same with the other. Good. So option 1, 2, or 3. Good. When you feel both legs magnetizing toward each other, bring your hands into prayer on a T shape or branch. Imagine your arms are branches and you're branching out, reaching out, receiving, allowing, and opening. Stay with your breath. Stay focused. Inhale in. And exhale, release. Good. Give yourself one forward fold. Arms come up. And all the way down. Good. Bend one knee at a time here. Maybe you can come to your fingertips. Bend your right knee. Extend your left leg. And switch. And switch. And switch. One more time, each side. And switch. Good. Bend your knees a lot. Be generous on your bend. Grab the back of your legs and allow your nose to come between your knees. As you round your back, maybe you feel a little massage, a little opening in your lower back. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, bring your hands, step one foot at a time back until you find downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, get to the front. Find your lunge, move slowly, move with your breath. Warrior 2. Good. Inhale, right palms up, reverse. Good. From here, you're going to bring your right forearm into your right thigh. Get a switcher, find your side angle. Inhale, back into your warrior 2. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down into your right foot. Step your right foot back into downward facing dog. One big breath. Allow your mouth to open as you exhale. From here, take a nice deep breath in. Bend your knees, look at your hands. Slowly walk yourself forward. And roll one bone at a time. Head comes last. Good. Very nice. Inhale, arms up. Reach your hands nice and long. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, walk yourself into a plank. Bend your knees. Chaturanga. Find your high cobra, lower cobra. You can wiggle a little bit around. Tuck your toes, bend your knees. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes up. Exhale, knee comes in. And step forward, the lunge. Good. Feel your balance first. See how you are on this side. And when you're ready, rise up. Inhale in. Exhale, warrior two. Good. Inhale in, left palm comes up, right fingertips reach down. Good. From here, find warrior two again as you move your left forearm into your left thigh. Right arm reaches up and over. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Good. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, hands come down into your left foot, step it back. Good. Inhale, find your plank. Option to drop your knees. Travel all the way down. Again, finding that nice extension that we did before. Untap your toes, bring your hands to the sides of your body. Press your hip bones down, inhale in. Exhale, arms and legs reach long. And inhale down. Inhale, keep the length in your spine. And exhale, lower. Last big breath, inhale up. So you can bring and travel your hands in this last one a little bit higher. Keep your palms trying to reach each other. And as you exhale, come back down. Very nice. Wiggle a little bit side to side. And when you're ready, knees together this time. Find your child's pose. Good. From here, you're going to stand into your knees. Good. If that doesn't feel very comfortable, you can find a blanket under your knees or double your mat if you have one. Good. Notice where your hips are situated. They're back or pressing forward. Good. From here, step your right leg forward. Good. Inhale, arms up. And exhale. Almost come into a runner's lunge. Flex your right toes. Sit back. You always have the option of untuck your toes and come all the way down. Good. Inhale in. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Travel that right hip back. So both hips are aligned. Flexing your toes. Nice long back. See if in every breath you can come a little bit more forward. So take a nice deep breath in. When you exhale, maybe you can travel forward. One more breath. And exhale. Plant your right foot down. Find a nice tall posture. And then back to the initial position. Inhale in. Exhale, left leg travels forward. Arms reach up. And then sink your hips back. With the right foot tucked up or untucked. When you find that position, flex your left toes. Sink your left hip back so it's aligned with your right. And find the smallest forward fold. Inhale in. See if you can walk yourself forward a little bit more as you exhale. Inhale in. And exhale. Last breath. Good. Step forward, arms reach up. Good. And hands come back. Very nice. Find a seated position from here. We're going to find Baddha Konasana, which is a very nice stretch, especially for your inner thighs if you sit a lot of hours. Soles of your feet are together. Knees are to the sides of your body. Now, if it feels like it's too much and you can't really bring them down and relax them, you're going to bring a pillow books, a blanket, whatever you have at home, really. And you're just going to lay both knees. You would have one on each leg. Good. From here, you're going to bring your feet as close as you can to you. Interlace your fingers underneath your feet. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, roll forward. Inhale in. Sit back up. And exhale, roll forward. Inhale in, last time. This time as you exhale, maybe you widen your elbows and you press your elbows into your legs so you can get one last deep stretch in this pose. Good. Let go of your legs, shake them off. Bring your hands behind you. Just do a couple windshield wipers. Side to side. Good. And then from here, you bend your knees in and roll yourself one bone at a time down. Good. If this feels good for your lower back to keep your knees bent, you can just keep them here. If you want to fully find the last pose, which is Shavasana, you can extend one leg at a time, palms up, shoulders down. Find your space on the floor or in the mat. Wiggle your feet before you settle into the pose. Relax your shoulders down. Relax your face. And take here this last few moments of your practice, of your breathing, of your moving. Take these last few moments to reassure yourself that everything's okay. To reassure yourself that you're with the people that you love. You're always one phone call away from the people that you care for, that you need to know about. Find refuge in your body, in your breath. Find certainty that everything's going to be okay. Find your heart space opening up to the world, to the people, to everybody. Feel the connection to the world. Feel the connection to the earth that you're here laying down. And always, always stay present with your body, with yourself, connected to who you really are. Start taking deep breaths. Put your arms up and overhead. Stretch out your whole body. And hug in one knee at a time to your chest. Both side to side. Stay slow in your breath, slow in your movements. Give yourself permission here to relax. Gently come to one side. Support your head. And when you're ready, press your hands down to lift yourself up. Find a seated position. Take one last deep breath. And as you exhale, bow down to your light, to your kindness, and to the light and the kindness of those around you. Namaste. Thanks for joining me.